Alright, what's going on, guys? No camera today because it's late and it's late and my bed's a mess and I don't feel like making it up, so today we're gonna go over hard mode Kerapac. I did a couple of kills on stream and it went way better than I thought it was going to, so this guide, I'm gonna make this a lot sooner than I thought I was going to. In terms of our gear, it's pretty straightforward. Kerapac is poisonable, so we're bringing weapon poison. We're bringing Quorum incense sticks because they increase our weapon poison. We are bringing Cinderbanes as well, all for the weapon poison synergy. We have food, although in all honesty, we're not going to need most of this. This is more safety food in case we make mistakes. We have vulnerability bombs. These also aren't like super important, but it is nice just to get through the phases a little bit faster. So as you get better and better at Kerapac and more comfortable, then you're going to want to use vulnerability bombs. And super restores for prayer restore. And we have runes for darkness. Kerapac does not have 100% accuracy, so the 20% dodge chance plus darkness plus the 8% from your armor is really going to add up and make it so that Kerapac is not doing a whole lot of damage to you. Besides that, we're bringing a Hellhound. This is just for more damage reduction. This can be a Blood Reaver with scrolls. It is very expensive to use a Blood Reaver with scrolls here, because you use about 80 scrolls a kill with this setup, so it ends up being about, you're paying like 700k a kill, which is a lot of money. So Kerapac's trash loot does make up for that, but it's really a lot of money. So you don't want to use if your like liquid cash is tight, then don't use a Blood Reaver. Just use a Hellhound. Your damage is gonna be less, your sustain is gonna be less, but you'll see that we don't really need it. Besides that, the only perks that are like super important are on our rope top. We have devoted for and enhanced devoted for. This is like probably mandatory. It makes the kills go extremely smooth for Kerapac's second mechanic. So in terms of Kerapac's mechanics, his first mechanic is Lightning Rift. You can completely skip this mechanic by walking under him when he raises his staff, or when he starts talking. I forget what he says, but I'll tell you when in the video. Just walk under him, cancels the mechanic. The second mechanic is his melee slam. You just pray melee and hit him like normal. With enhanced devoted and devoted, you'll soak up a ton of that damage. And then usually I walk out from under him once my health is about half. Again, I'll explain that in the video. And then his third mechanic for phases 1 through 3 is lightning walls. You should be able to consistently skip it on the first phase, but for phases 2 and 3, there's just more lightning walls. So your damage gets kind of like hard to do consistently. Yeah, that's basically it. The other new mechanic that Kerapac introduces compared to other bosses is Time Warp. If you press it, it snapshots everything about your character except your necrosis stacks and your residual souls, and then after 10 seconds, it returns all of that to you. So what you can do is use big ultimates or like summon your conjures, and then once you do that, like you can basically get the cost refunded to you. So yeah, let's get into the kill now. That was a lot of explaining. The last mechanic is in P4. We need to kill the echoes. There's a really simple way to do it, and I will explain how to do it, but the long and short of it is you want to drop all of the echoes to about 20k HP. Then you want to time warp devotion and go to the echo that's furthest from you and kill that. You'll snap back to the one that's closest to you, you'll kill that one, and then you can kill the middle one. But yeah, so we're going to summon everything. We're going to pot up. We're going to summon all 3 of our guys. And as soon as our 3rd one is summoned, we're going to surge forward. Activate Vengeful Ghost. Activate Invoke Death. Activate Skeleton. Death Skulls. And also Bone Bomb. So here we're going to walk under him. Then we're just going to do a Living Death rotation. I'm not even Soul Split flicking here. I'm just going to pray Soul Split.
You will break beneath me.
So now we pray melee. Here you see the devotion really doing a lot of work here. And then whenever we're about half health, that's usually when I walk out from under him. So next time I take damage from it, that's when I'll walk out. If I take damage from it. Okay, I'm just not going to take damage from it. Okay, there we go. So his damage resets, so whenever you walk out, he'll jump again. You just do the same thing again. Now we're going to Soul Split. Pray melee for this hit. And then go back to Soul Splitting. So this is the first time we're going to use Time Warp. So click Time Warp. And then you can just activate your expensive abilities. And then we're going to do the same thing as before. We're going to walk under him as soon as it snaps us. And then we're just going to spend our stacking abilities. So we're probably going to have to deal with Lightning Wall here. But we'll see. If it happens, then it happens. Also, this Echo is going to leap based on where Kerapac leapt in Phase 1. So what you want to do is try to position away from where you were in Phase 1. And then similarly in Phase 3, you're going to want to position away from where you were in Phase 1 and in Phase 2. Don't use the Devotion ability here because Kerapac will just disable it. So here, he's gonna do Lightning Wall.
Witness the raw power of the staff.
So you just want to see where they're both coming from. So we're gonna walk here and surge here, and then we just dodge both of them. Now we're just gonna use basics. We're gonna Time Warp. Use our ultimate and then use a bunch of abilities.
I'll tear right through you.
Okay, and then we're just gonna do some Living Death stuff. We're probably not gonna get another Skulls off in this with Living Death, but it's fine. The most important thing is that we have Living Death like off cooldown for Phase 4. Also, you're gonna notice I haven't used any food yet. And make sure you keep your Blood Reaver topped up. Okay, we're below half now, so we're just gonna walk out. We're gonna wait for our Devotion to proc. Hopefully it procs relatively soon. Nice, we're getting a lot of back-to-back procs. So for here, it's not super important that we're like at full health, because we will get a full heal when at the beginning of the next phase. So here we're just going to unload all of our hard-hitting abilities to try to phase him. Okay, we phased him. So here, it's super simple. Click on this echo, pray magic, time warp, power burst, click on this echo. Now that was a lot, but it's fine. We're just going to hit this guy down. We snapped back here. Now we hit this guy. We're going to drop this guy to 20k. And then we're going to hit this guy. We're going to start eating. It's not super important to eat here, but it's just, you know, having more health is really nice. Also, as a quick bonus, these guys are bugged. They will range with no arms and with your necromancy weapons. It's really disturbing. Jagex needs to fix that. It's hurting my eyes. So now we drop this guy. And then we're just going to eat because our health is getting a little low. Okay, now we go this way. So we're going to time warp and devotion. We're going to go over to this guy and hit this guy. Then we're going to hit this guy. I'm just going to use Finger of Death to try to kill him ASAP. Okay, and now we go back on Kerapac. Make sure we Vuln Bomb. If you want to Soul Split Flick here, you definitely can. I am choosing to, just because it's a little bit safer. I'm going to Resonance this next hit. And then we're just Soul Split Flicking. We have a lot of food, so if you don't want to Soul Split Flick, it's totally reasonable to just eat and pray magic. But yeah, that's Hard Mode Kerapac. These kills are not particularly fast, but they are extremely safe, and in my opinion, that's the most important thing for you guys to start getting kills. So, yeah, that's basically it. The beginning of Phase 4 is, like, pretty intense, but you probably don't even have to do all that. Like, if you really wanted to, you could just hop in this Echo, drop this guy to 20k, hop in this Echo. But the reason that you do it the way that I did it is you grab this Echo, which heals you to 10k, you walk up here and Power Burst, so that you're, like, pretty close to these two. And then when you hop into this Echo, you'll be able to kill this guy. When you snap back to the Echo that's here, it will have the 20k HP. So, yeah, Hard Mode Kerapac is super simple. It's not bad at all. Especially with the tank armor, and then just with how tanky you are with everything. Thanks, Bad Edison, for the sub. But yeah, that's Kerapac. I think that Cinderbanes and Amulet of Souls are pretty mandatory, but and obviously Zug Cape is pretty mandatory just because Skulls is such an important ability. But we didn't have a book; we just used Tome of So if you wanted to use a book, Scripture of Wen is probably the best one here. Well, not probably. Against poisonable bosses, Scripture of Wen is usually the best one. Scripture of Full is probably a little dangerous, but it's also really good. And then Scripture of Jazz is totally serviceable here. But yeah, that's Hard Mode Kerapac. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.